In today's Leeds news, Gracia on time with Leeds, Leeds assistant charged by FA, keeper in serious road traffic accident, and Bayern Munich latest in grey interest. Morning folks, Jay here, Thursday morning the 18th of April with your Leeds United news. Hope you're having a good week so far. Just a real quick reminder, no news video tomorrow, but I will be sharing a live stream that was done over on the Or to Know Better podcast with Kerr Maguire, football finance expert, around the PSR FFP financial releases from Leeds United last week. So if you haven't seen that, I'll drop it on the channel tomorrow as additional kind of viewing, and then I'll try and get some stuff while I'm away. I am flying out first thing in the morning, so I won't be here to do any video content, and then I'm away for the week, so I will try and get some stuff out, but there might be gaps in content next week. So I'm away till next Saturday with work, so just to give you a quick update on that. We're going to get into it. There's not a huge amount of news. It's been a really quiet one. We're getting closer to match weekend. A huge couple of games coming up for Leeds United. 3 games left, Monday and Friday being the 2 games that will more than likely decide where Leeds finish this season, whether it's the playoffs or the automatic spots. I still have hope. We'll have to wait and see. But we'll crack on. We'll get into news. We'll start off with former Leeds United Javi Gracia, who has been speaking with the reporters in Spain recently about his time in England and how he viewed it with Leeds United. And Gracia was in charge of Leeds for just 12 games at the back end of last season, and after initially stabilising things at Leeds, results went out of hand again, and Leeds were forced into a panic move to sack Gracia after just 12 games and bring in Sam Allardyce, and we all know how that finished up. Gracia says he has only fond memories of his time at Leeds as well as Watford, and speaking to AS in Spain, Javi had the following to say: "I have had the privilege of being able to enjoy the experience in training there in 2 teams, and the memory is unforgettable. It was a wonderful time for me and my family, including my 3 children." I really always felt sorry for Javi Gracia. I like him. He's a nice guy. He comes across very professionally, very nice fella. I did think he was starting to do a reasonable job at Leeds before a couple of really weird results, but I think had he had longer, Leeds might have been actually okay. He's a steady manager, Javi. He's nothing exciting, but he's a steady manager, and I did like him for the period of time he was there. It was just really unfortunate that he came into Leeds at the time he did. Maybe if he come in earlier in the season, things might have turned out differently, but we'll never know. Moving on to some information that came out yesterday from the FA, and Leeds United assistant head coach Christopher John has been charged by the FA for misconduct. The FA release says the following: Leeds United assistant manager has been charged with misconduct following their game against Blackburn Rovers in the EFL Championship on Saturday the 13th of April. It is alleged that Christopher John's behaviour around the 97th minute was improper, and he has until Friday the 19th of April to provide a response. The incident seemed to happen around a soft enough shout for a penalty from Pat Bamford going down in the box. He was kind of dragged and spun. There was some contact, but I think it would have been a soft enough penalty to give, but things got a little bit heated on the sideline, and Christopher John received a red card in which he just stepped over the barrier and sat down in the front row of the stand and watched the remainder of the game. But things starting to get a little bit heated on the bench, and I think the tension is starting to not only affect the players on the pitch but possibly the sideline as well. We've seen a very frustrated looking Daniel Farke in the last couple of games, when the calm demeanours have been all season for the entire Leeds coaching staff. So understandable given the circumstances, but I might need to try and keep a lid on it a little bit and try and keep the players calm as we come into a really, really important period of time for the Leeds players. Moving on to a slightly more serious story, and it involves Leeds United reserve goalkeeper Christopher Klaesson. And yesterday, Leeds United goalkeeper Christopher Klaesson was taken to hospital late on Wednesday evening after being involved in a car collision in Norway. Lillestrøm outlet Romerik's Blad have reported that Klaesson hit a roadblock barrier just after midnight on Wednesday night. Klaesson did not appear to be injured according to a police report, and he was able to stand but was taken to hospital as a precaution just in case, where he was also questioned by police. The police in Norway have confirmed that Klaesson's licence has been seized on a temporary basis and do not suspect, any alcohol to have been involved. Another Norwegian outlet, Verden's gang, report that he is, however, being charged with a violation of Section 3 of the Road Traffic Act in Norway, which can carry a penalty of up to 1 year in prison if found guilty. The Yorkshire Evening Post have confirmed that Klaesson is due back in Leeds on Friday, and it is expected Daniel Farke will give an update on the situation in his press conference. I'm sure he'll be asked whether he'll want to speak about an ongoing investigation, remains to be seen. The pictures from the car crash are on your screen right now. You can see how bad it was. It was lucky that he walked away from that situation okay. As I said, there's no alcohol suspected to be involved. Speeding is potentially the cause of the accident, and if he is found guilty of this, it's a serious penalty that he'll have to face. I'm sure there's other layers to this as well. It won't just be you're guilty, it's prison. It could be fines, disqualification from driving, which someone needs to introduce a driving school into Leeds United camp as well. Jesse Marsh, who has been banned from driving in the UK following speeding while he was involved at Leeds United. Brendan Aronson also been banned from driving in the UK from his time at Leeds United. I don't think he's the only one. There's at least one other player who's no longer at Leeds. Need to take a bit more care with themselves. These cars that are driving, serious cars, serious speed, gotta be careful. So good that Chris Klaesson's not injured, good that he's okay and there's nobody injured in the accident. We have to wait and see what the police decide to do and what Daniel Farke gives us in way of an update tomorrow afternoon after the press conference. And then moving on to the final story of today, and this is another story that relates to Archie Gray. We keep saying it, we're going to hear more and more of these. The more Archie plays, the more awards he wins. The EFL Championship Young Player of the Year and Apprentice of the Year, double award, as well as being nominated for the Leeds United Young Player of the Year as well. All of these awards are going to shine a bigger spotlight, as well as the performances that he's been putting on the pitch from an 18-year-old has been fantastic. But according to journalist Florentine Plettenberg from Sky Germany, Bayern Munich are now said to be monitoring Archie Gray's situation and keeping a close eye on the player. The Sky Germany journalist says that it is not currently a hot topic for Munich, and Leeds shouldn't expect any form of an immediate or imminent approach for the player. Munich, along with Dortmund and Bayer Leverkusen, the Bundesliga champions now, see Gray's situation similar to the Jude Bellingham situation and would like to make a move for the player before his value increases to a significant amount. Plettenberg stated that Munich are continuing to monitor Archie Gray's situation at Leeds, but an initial move isn't expected. Gray has got a deal at Leeds United until the summer of 2028, and he is expected to be getting an improved deal shortly, probably towards the end of the season, in order to bring the wages that he's on up from, I think it's £5,000 per week, up to a more level amount with the rest of the first team players. I'm not going to say a better amount of money, because £5,000 a week is a lot of money, but comparative to the rest of the players, I suppose comparative to the level of football that he's playing at, so looking to bring that up to that level if they can. Another club, we can add Newcastle, Man City, Liverpool, Dortmund, Bayer Leverkusen, Bayern Munich, and apparently Manchester United were linked with him yesterday as well, but that's such a loose link. Anyone getting worried about Archie Gray going to Manchester United, I'd relax. I think if he's going to go anywhere, it won't be there. It was said before by I believe by Fabrizio Romano that if Archie Gray did have interest from Manchester United, chances are he would have bigger interest from bigger clubs around Europe than just Manchester United. So Leeds need to keep an eye on that situation. He's got a nice lengthy contract there, which means Leeds can dictate what happens should he decide to want to go. But giving him an improved offer might just keep him happy, and getting out of the Championship and getting into the Premier League where he can play top level football might just take all of this noise away. But it's a lot to ask. It's a big couple of weeks for Leeds. Big week specifically coming into next week for Leeds United. So as I said, I'm away, but I'll try and get some content out over the course of the week, time zones permitting, and just my brain state permitting as well. A lot of stuff to do next week, so we'll have to wait and see, but I'll keep you updated on the community tab. If you want any updates on what's going on, Twitter or the community tab, keep an eye there as well. Anyway folks, that's going to be it for me today. I will let you go. Don't keep an eye out tomorrow for the interview from myself and Luke at Art Know Better with Kieran Maguire tomorrow, and then we'll have something out early next week as well for you guys. Have a great weekend, enjoy yourselves, fingers crossed 3 points for Leeds, and I'll talk to you then. Bye.